Well, this one's fun. See, my CC is so much better with this freaking banner slave. I'm really enjoying this. I'm out of CC though, unfortunately. It's a long downtime.
Downtime.
Easy peasy. Thank you guys for the run.
Yay. Now
Thank
just
you, everyone.
CCM 199.98. Yeah.
I have not yet.
Oh.
I'm not. I don't even have all of the achievements for the new fractal die, so I want to get all that done before I start working on. And I'm working on my Condi Scourge. To be honest with you, so. Oh, Warg! I'm open for 100. No, Warg.
No,
Maybe
I'm
by
just teasing.
Saturday I'll be ready to do CMs again. Um, uh, I'll take the. I think Thorin was the one she said that I need to get a Condi going. So that's why I'm working on my Condi Scourge at the moment.
Yeah, I think there's a part or a section or somewhere where they use Condis. I don't remember specifically where.
Oh, he's new
Yes.
streamer.
Yeah. So that's why I've gotten like I have all the weapons. I have 2 pieces of my armor set left to work on for Ascended for my Condi Scourge. Um, and she'll be ready to go.
Yes, I'm ready to go.
You're not even in the same game, are you?
No, it's not.
Hey.
What?
Not even in the same time zone, Ronnie.
What? No, we're in the same time zone, right, Rani?
I don't know. Where are you? I'm in Pennsylvania.
Oh, never mind. I'm in the East Coast. Is it the same?
East
West
Coast,
Coast.
yeah. East Coast. I am East Coast. What
Oh,
state are you in?
the thing is called Texas, the great state of Texas.
Texas is not the East Coast.
It's next to
Guy,
the
oh my
coast.
god.
That's the opposite.
What?
Kind of.
Guy,
You're more west, but you're kind of in the middle-ish.
Oh, okay, I get it now.
when you look at the USA all the way to the right, I am over there. California is sort of all the way to the left.
But I'm in Texas.
You're somewhere
You're
in
2
between
states
those
over
two.
from California.
Let's just say
Closer to California than to where I'm at.
you're
Hey,
a
Ward.
lone reed swaying in the United States of America right now. Die.
I don't know. I hate.
Good
Remember
night,
this.
Borg.
Never say you are from Texas and then say you are on the East
Yeah, it
Coast.
doesn't make any sense.
It does make sense to me. Next to the
No,
coast.
it's not.
No.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
Houston.
no. But that's not.
I think he's fucking with you.
I hope
Is it
so.
He
not?
has to. He has to be. There's no way.
Just like, I can't with this guy.
What? Is it not a coast in Houston, Galveston? What would you call it then? South Coast?
No, you were like Central Time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're Central.
Okay, Central. Alright, from now on I'll say I'm Central. See, I'm
Oh,
neither
he
left nor
needs help
right,
with
just
CMs.
Central.
You can always just say Texas.
No, I can just say Texas. You're right.
Oh, stars.
It would be so easy.
I used to live in Texas, Di.
You used to live in Texas?
I used to live in Texas.
Did you move away from the gray state of Texas?
I move all over the place.
Interesting.
Well, the army does that to us. You know, they kind of move us around.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We used to live in El Paso.
El Paso, the beautiful city.
And then we lived in Oklahoma. Oklahoma!
I don't like
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma for some reason.
Oklahoma it was beautiful where we lived in Oklahoma.
Was it really beautiful?
It was really pretty.
Until
I was gonna say Oregon used to be beautiful until the forest caught fire.
Oh.
That's actually one of the spots that I wanted to move out at some point in my life, was just over towards the more heavily forested area in Oregon.
Yeah.
Washington State has nice and heavy forests, but they got crap weather.
Rains all
It-
day, every
It doesn't
day there.
stop raining.
It never stops raining.
It's just that weather, like all year round, is just rain. Oh, how's the rain today? It was a little bit lighter than yesterday.
Oh my god, I couldn't.
Oh no.
Well,
Could be worse. You could be living in Arizona, man.
well,
Eh.
Every couple years, we break our 120-degree record. Like for 4 years in a row, we kept breaking the record on the highest temperature.
we've been there,
Damn.
done that too.
Valley, I think.
I feel your pain.
record.
Yeah.
I just want to be someplace heavily forested. I grew up with there being a lot more forest in this area of Maryland than there is now, because they've clear cut a lot of them for just development. They didn't do it smartly.
Yeah.
Where they have like sides of like sheer hills that they clear cut, and then built houses on it, and then realized that there's nothing holding that hill up anymore because they cut all the trees down.
Oh my gosh.
So were there a lot of like landslide, mudslides, or whatnot when there was heavy rainfall?
So what they tried to do was they tried to like drill into the ground and put like concrete like sticks and stuff like that to keep the ground from sliding. But it sometimes works and it sometimes doesn't. So now they've done like a massive like tree planting thing with a lot of the developments that they've built in the last 5 years to try to put trees in the area. But the thing is, the hills don't have any trees in it. So I mean, all it takes is one heavy rainfall for all those little trees to go down the hill.
Everything goes sloshing down.
Yeah. One of the more funnier ones that I remember was there was a giant boulder on a hill, and they cut down all the trees that would be propping that boulder up, and they built a house at the bottom of said hill.
Okay, it's not funny, but I'm laughing.
Franny, you're evil.
I'm just picturing.
Oh my god.
That really is Fubar.
Oh, come on! Don't tell me you already had the cartoon images in your.
I can't. I
mind.
can't.
What
You
was
just facilitated all the extra that I was not thinking of. That was great though. But
And you got people, you can't fix stupid things.
you know, to switch it back, I guess I just want to live somewhere where there's 4 seasons again. And I'm not talking about I'm just talking about the
Jesse,
4 seasons.
There's a 4-season restaurant next to where I live.
No. Die. No. I need the autumn. I need the fall in my life right now. It's October. And it's still 90 degrees.
come to Utah. They have 4 seasons in Utah.
I
I
want to
want to
go
be
back to the
adjacent to
Midwest.
growth
Like,
forest,
you want to be near a forest?
old
You
growth
know,
forest.
they say that there's this country that's the most beautiful country in the world. It's called Bhutan. It's somewhere in Asia. It's really pretty.
I'll have to look
You
that
should
up.
check it out. It's called Bhutan.
I just love there are certain things I need 4 seasons to be fair. Like I need 4 seasons. And I don't want oh my god. I don't want a winter that's going to last like 6 months. So I'm very picky. So really there's no perfect place to live, to be honest.
I got a question for you, Justin Aaron. How many of you kids have actually seen snow?
Oh.
Well, actually, they all have.
But Lizzie was like 3 months
But Lizzie
old.
has seen she's like seen a dusting of snow.
She was
Our youngest has
okay.
seen
So
very
we
little.
lived in El Paso, and the she saw snow flurries, and she was huge because this was when Frozen and all of those that was huge. She was like, I want to build a snowman. I want to build a snowman because she thought it was flurrying. Well, as soon as it started hitting the ground, her temper flared because it wasn't collecting, and it was heartbreaking because she was kind of mad. She thought that we were going to go outside and build like Olaf, and it just wasn't working. So Lizzie's the one that has seen this amount of snow. She's seen it, but if you in El Paso, you get snow and it does not collect. So that's all she's seen. It's just some snow.
Okay, I was just curious because I know that you lived in Texas. I know that you lived in California, and both of those places are not well known to have a good amount of snow.
No, you're right. You're right.
But we got good snow in Oklahoma.
Certain place with the altitudes in the mountain, you go up and there is snow, and then you come down and you're like in summer
We
wear.
could go to Big Bear actually because there was snow in Big Bear this last January, and we were actually thinking about going up to Big Bear and just so the kids could see and enjoy the snow again. So you could go there. Randy's right for sure.
I mean, I've only been along the East Coast, but my husband, when he would travel and he would go to training, like in Colorado, in the summertime, where they would have the training center, if people are in like t-shirts and shorts, and then on break, they go up in the mountains, and it's like you need winter wear there. So you have both, depends on where you're at. And California is the same thing also. When he was there, it's like certain areas, it's like summer wear, and then you go up into the mountains, and it's like, it's snow there. It's cold.
Yeah, it's just for us, it's a matter of just having the time off to go up there and do that. So
I'll be honest, I actually
No, lie
enjoy.
to us, please. Tell us some lies.
I enjoy ice storms more than snowstorms.
no. No. Ice storms take out your electricity. They no. Why do you like ice?
The trees after them.
Yeah, but
I
it's
like
beautiful, but it's
blizzards.
so
Windy
dangerous.
blizzards are nice.
Oof.
The thing is that the ice is really
It's
beautiful.
very
That's
pretty,
why
but when I just will never forget the ice storms growing up, in the Midwest. It's
going through
it's
it's not
dangerous. So you
wonderful.
lose power, and then you have these huge icicles hanging off your house that
But
literally
it
are
looks so
just
pretty,
they're
like a
beautiful, but they're
postcard.
dangerous. They've fallen and hurting people. Ice storms are very scary. I'd rather have a blizzard, just a snowstorm. Ice storms bring that's like in the Midwest, when you have ice storms, like you are prepared for like no power, like power outages. So like those were like,
Yeah, I know. We would get
yeah,
that here also, and with the drift, with the wind and the drift, sometimes
and the
it
snow would
goes up
bury
as
you in.
higher, very
Yeah,
high.
yeah. So you'd have the ice, and then you'd have the snow on top of the ice. So like there was that too. So and
Like
then
sometimes
Also,
the farmhouse that I lived on, because it was so open up, all the acres with the wind drift. The first floor, the windows you couldn't see out. That's how high it would pile it up, the snow. You couldn't open the door.
yeah,
I mean, you could open it, but you couldn't walk out. It was like
it was
it'd
hard to
be
open it
as
because it would
high.
bury. It could bury you
Yep,
in. Yep.
yep.
And my sister's like, she moved from like the Midwest up to Maine, and she was like thinking, I don't know what she was thinking, but she is like, now she's like, why do I live here? Because she has to shovel her roof. She has, when there's like, when winter comes and it starts snowing, she has to actually like shovel her roof to make sure it doesn't cave in. They get so much snow. I'm like, what were you thinking? Like, you grew up in the Midwest, like, you know all of this stuff, and you go
Good
and move
night.
someplace like way worse. So that's why I like enjoy the 4 seasons, but I just don't want to have like a 6 month winter. Those are the things that like I don't miss about but well, with climate change and everything going on, like the winters are not as bad in the Midwest as they used to be too. So there's that for you.
the thing is, on the East Coast with bad weather, like ice storms and stuff like that, it's mostly the people that get hurt are just idiots.
Yep.
And that's
Agreed.
what
And it's
happened. To
not
be
really-
honest, you're not wrong, Krim, because when we were when in Illinois, when they had that what did they call it? It was like the Arctic blast, and there was a lot of people, like people migrate and move everywhere, which is fine, but if you're going to migrate and move somewhere, you got to know the climate. So a lot of people were freezing to death, like up in Illinois and Wisconsin and Indiana. Like they didn't know how to handle that cold weather, because they'd migrated, and when that Arctic like storm had come down, I think that was about 2 years, 3 years ago now. People were freezing on the streets, and because they were not prepared
They
for.
didn't have winter gear. Like some places, they didn't have gloves.
Yeah,
They didn't. All they had was like summer clothes, and
they
they
were
didn't
literally
have.
stuck,
Yeah.
yeah, in middle of transit and stuff like that. Like they didn't know, like you saw like the people who were like who had lived there for years, and you saw like how they were handling it compared to people who were like newly migrated there. Like they just didn't know, and that's just like part of like, you know, knowing your surroundings and being prepared. But it was actually quite like devastating to see like some of the people just like freeze to death, and it was like, oh my god, that's really sad. Like, oh.
There was one person that I had talked with in Louisiana they've never seen snow, so they went out with like little kids and they were building a snowman. They didn't have gloves. They didn't have any like winter clothing and stuff, so they took like kitchen cooking spoons and they were using that to build a snowman, so they didn't have to like touch the snow.
Oh, that reminds me, I need to get ski gloves.
Yeah.
Trying